Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about something that might make your jaw drop, the 1967 penny value. Yes, you heard that right, a penny from 1967 could be worth millions of dollars. In this video, we'll show you what makes these pennies so valuable and how you can identify them. So, let's get started. Script. First things first, why are 1967 pennies so valuable? It all comes down to a few key factors. Firstly, the mintage rate was low, meaning not many were produced. Secondly, some of these pennies were made with a rare error, which we'll talk about in a minute. And thirdly, collectors love them. They're like little pieces of history, and people are willing to pay top dollar to add them to their collections. Now, let's talk about that error we mentioned. Some 1967 pennies have what's called a double die error. This means that the dies used to stamp the coin weren't aligned properly, resulting in a double image on the coin. It's pretty cool, actually. But it also makes the coin super rare, which is why it's worth so much. So, how do you know if you've got a 1967 penny with a double die error? Here are a few tips to help you spot one. Look at the date on the coin. If it's a 1967 penny, that's step 1 completed. Next, flip the coin over and check the lettering on the reverse side. If it looks blurry or doubled, that's a good sign. Finally, compare the coin to an ordinary 1967 penny. If the details look different, such as the shape of the letters or the spacing between them, that's another indication that you might have a double die error. Now, we know what you're thinking. How much can I expect to get for my 1967 penny? Well, it depends on a few factors, such as the condition of the coin and whether it has been certified by a professional grading service. However, we've seen these coins sell for anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000. That's right, $150,000 grand for a single penny, of course. Not every 1967 penny is worth thousands of dollars, but even if yours doesn't have the double die error, it could still be worth more than face value. Some collectors will pay a premium just for a nice, uncirculated example. Conclusion, so there you have it, folks. The 1967 penny value may surprise you, but now you know what to look for. Start digging through those old coin jars and change purses, because you never know when you might stumble upon a rare gem. Today we're going to talk about a very special coin that's worth a lot of money. The 1964 Jefferson nickel. Let's dive in. The 1964 Jefferson nickel is one of the most sought-after coins in the world. It's made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, and it has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. But what makes this coin so valuable? Well, first of all, the 1964 Jefferson nickel was produced in limited quantities. Only 3,087,000 were minted, making it one of the rarest coins in the series. Plus, many of these coins were not well preserved, which means that finding one in good condition can be a real challenge. Another factor that contributes to its value is the variety of versions available. There are several types of 1964 Jefferson nickels, including proofs, errors, and even rare varieties like the slantwise die error. These variations make collecting the coin even more exciting and challenging. So, how do you know if you have a valuable 1964 Jefferson nickel? First, look for signs of wear and tear. A coin in excellent condition will have minimal scratches and bag marks. Next, check the color. A bright, shiny coin is usually more valuable than a dull or discolored one. Finally, examine the details closely. The Monticello building on the reverse should be sharply defined, and Thomas Jefferson's face should be clear and free of any major defects. If your coin has any of these qualities, it could be worth a pretty penny. So, how much is a 1964 Jefferson nickel worth? Well, it depends on the grade and condition, but some high-grade examples have sold for over $100,000. And remember, even lower-grade coins can still fetch a few $100s. It's always exciting to find a hidden treasure like this in your spare change. Today we're going to talk about a very special coin that could be hiding in your pocket change. The 1964 dime, you might be thinking, what's so special about a dime? Well, my friends, this particular dime is actually worth a lot more than just 10 cents. In fact, some of them could be worth thousands of dollars. Let's find out why. In 1964, the Denver Mint released two types of dimes, one made of 90% silver and 10% copper, known as the silver dime, and another made of copper nickel clad, which contains layers of copper and nickel around a core of pure copper. The silver dime was only produced for a few months before the switch to the copper nickel clad version, making it much rarer and highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's take a closer look at these coins. As I mentioned earlier, the silver dime has a unique composition that sets it apart from other dimes. It contains 90% silver, which gives it a distinctive bright white color. The copper nickel-clad dime, on the other hand, has a layer of copper and nickel around a core of pure copper, giving it a slightly different appearance. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1964 dime? First, you need to check the date. Look for the year 1964 stamped on the obverse side of the coin, near the base of the neck. If you see that, you know you have a keeper. Next, flip the coin over and look at the metal content. If it says egg or silver, then you've got a silver dime, which is definitely worth hanging on to. Finally, take a closer look at the condition of the coin. Is it in good shape? Does it have any scratches, nicks, or signs of wear? A coin in excellent condition will always be worth more than one that's been beat up over the years. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is a 1964 dime worth? Well, that depends on several factors, including the type of metal it's made of, the condition, and the demand among collectors. On average, a circulated silver dime from 1964 can fetch anywhere between $79,000 and $81,000. However, if you manage to find a gem uncirculated MS-65 graded silver dime, you could be looking at a prize worth upwards of $90,000. But wait, there's more. Some of the copper nickel-clad dimes also have errors or variations that make them worth even more. For example, the key date coins are those with a mintage error, where the mint accidentally left off the last digit of the date. These coins are extremely rare and can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. That's right, folks. Check your pockets, check your piggy banks, and check those old rolls of dimes. You never know what treasures you might find hidden away. And remember, keep an eye out for those key dates and rare variations. They could be worth a small fortune. We're going to talk about a very special coin that might be hiding in your pocket or collection, and it could be worth more than you think. Let's dive into the details of the 2006 Fun Euro 5-cent coin. This coin was minted in 2006 as part of the Fun Euro series, which was designed to celebrate the introduction of the euro currency in Austria, Belgium, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain. Each country released its own version of the Fun Euro coin, but the one we're looking at today is the 5-cent coin from Finland. As you can see, the coin features a playful design with a cartoon character called Funky who is riding a skateboard and juggling euros. It's a really unique and eye-catching design that sets this coin apart from other coins in the series. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. The 2006 Fun Euro 5-cent coin is made of copper-plated steel and has a diameter of 25.75 millimeters. It's not a rare coin by any means, but its value can vary depending on its condition and rarity. Some examples of this coin in perfect condition have sold for over $1 million, while others in circulated condition can sell for around $1 million to $2 million. As you can see from this price chart, the value of the 2006 Fun Euro 5-cent coin has been steadily increasing over the years. In recent times, there has been renewed interest in this coin due to its unique design and the fact that it's no longer in circulation. This increased demand has pushed up the prices, making it a great investment opportunity for coin collectors and enthusiasts. So, how can you get your hands on one of these valuable coins? Well, if you live in Europe, You might still find them in your loose change or at local flea markets. You can also try checking online marketplaces like eBay or specialized coin collector forums and groups. Remember to always check the authenticity and condition of the coin before making a purchase, as some counterfeits have been known to circulate. The 1960 for quarter dollar is a fascinating piece of history that has been around for over half a century. It was designed by John F. Kennedy himself, who sadly didn't live to see it minted, but his legacy lives on through this beautiful coin. Take a closer look at the design. You'll notice the portrait of George Washington on the obverse side, which has remained unchanged since the first quarter dollar was minted in 1796. On the reverse side, you'll find an eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing freedom and strength, and if you look closely, you might spot some tiny details like the laurel wreath or the motto "In God We Trust." Now, why are these coins so valuable? Well, my friends, supply and demand play a big role here. There were only 305,085,000 in 1960 for quarters minted, making them relatively scarce compared to other years. Plus, many of these coins have been lost or destroyed over time, which means fewer are still in circulation. That drives up the price, especially for those in excellent condition. So, how do you determine the value of your 1960 for quarter dollar? First, check the grade. A coin in good condition can fetch between $89,000 and $99,000, but if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth as much as $100 or more. MS-65 coins, which are considered near perfect, can sell for thousands of dollars. Yeah, you heard that right, folks. Now, let's talk about the holy grail for 1960 for quarter collectors, the rare varieties. Keep an eye out for coins with errors like misprinted dates, double dies, or off-center strikes. These can increase the value significantly. For example, the infamous 1960 for proof error quarter, featuring a misprinted date and missing the word doctor, sold for a staggering $57,000. Can you believe that? If you're lucky enough to own a 1960 for quarter, take good care of it. Store it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight and handle it gently. You never know what treasures you might find in your spare change or inheritance. Maybe you'll discover a long-lost family heirloom or a hidden fortune. One thing is sure, collecting coins is not just fun, it's also a great way to learn about history, art, and culture. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos on numismatics, precious metals, and collectibles. Share this video with fellow collectors, and join us next week for another adventure into the world of coins. Until then, happy hunting and keep on collecting.